in MCC, sort of sample size, endpoints, breakdown between, active arm versus control arm. How are you thinking about that?
So it's 118 patients. Initially, we thought about 20 sites. We're probably going to do closer to 30. And one-to-one randomization, so 59 patients per arm. Patients in the IFx arm will get IFx injected into a skin lesion every week for 3 weeks, and they'll get Pembro per its current standard of care administration, which is once every 3 weeks. The placebo-controlled arm will get Pembro at the same time as we start at time 0, so to speak, and they'll get a sham injection of placebo into a skin lesion or a nodal lesion once a week for 3 weeks.
Okay.
The FDA wanted to control for a placebo effect of injecting a tumor. We know from studies from TVEC and other studies that there is no hydrostatic effect that causes a benefit. That placebo arm has always been negative with regards to results. Enrollment time, we estimate about 18 months from the beginning of this year, so we're now saying mid-year next year. The primary endpoint, and this is cool, because what the FDA did was by moving us with their Project Frontrunner initiative into Frontline, they agreed if we did this placebo-controlled trial, that you could still have accelerated approval with overall response rate as your primary endpoint.
Yeah.
So if we show that we increase the response to Keytruda within the parameters of the study, you can submit and potentially get accelerated approval. But the aspect that is unique is that, and again, this was the Oncology Center of Excellence suggestion, that if you put PFS as your key secondary endpoint, you don't have to do a confirmatory trial. And so when the trial matures, even after it's on the market, if you hit the PFS endpoint, you flip from accelerated to full approval.
That's perfect.
And it satisfies
Seamless
that
trial
requirement.
design.
And importantly, for everybody who's following the whole Replimune story.
That's where I was going next.
Well, we have a special protocol assessment agreement. It's a unique study design. There are 2 aspects that are totally put us in a different risk management setting. First one is placebo controlled. So you don't get into this single arm, well, was it, is 30% the right number, all the patients. That goes away because
what about
you have
contribution of the parts then?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, you have the gold standard trial design. So it's hard to argue with a phase 3 study that the scientific community has the rigor of saying, if you hit the p-value, it's going to be right? And then the second piece is you have an SPA, and they are legally bound if you follow the protocol, charter, study design, statistical plan, et cetera, that you should get approval.
Yeah.
Nothing